NAB SCP Core booth. Ready here to show you the Xaminer. Ready with the new 1.0 UI that we're going to show you guys. But first, we're going to show you through the console. So, a lot of you have probably heard about the licenses that are coming up, how to register them. You maybe heard about remote access for the Xaminers. How that's all going to happen. You create an account through our website. When you log in, you reach here. This is the Xaminer or Xanet Services console. Take a look. So from here, all your Xaminers and registered DIYers will show up under this section. You'll be able to click in Manage. This is an Xaminer. You can see, even if we're not on the same network, although in this case we are, you'll be able to access the dashboard as if, well, everything you can do that you can do from the local network, you'll be able to do now remote as well, just from signing into your account. So through here, this is the new 1.0 UI. The layout should be familiar to most of you who already have Xaminers, but we've got a new look and we've got a couple cool features. One of them, over here, if you click on contracts, it shows you the full timeline of all the contracts that you've ever had, which is pretty awesome. It shows you how much you gained, all these numbers, pretty cool. The rest of the page looks similar, but it's got a bit of a facelift, new look. I'm a fan. If we head over to the stats tab, this one looks similar. Now we've got disk temperatures working. So over here, you'll notice in the 50s, there's now a kind of a red zone, a red range. So that'll help give you guys an idea of how your disk temps are doing, because a lot of you will be able to see them, but you don't necessarily know, are my temperatures okay? And now you have a much better idea. Something we can also do with that, and that we will also be able to do using the account function, is set up alerts. So if your Xaminer goes offline, if the disk temperature is too hot, any kind of alert that you might want to know about, or a warning, you'll be able to configure that as well in the console for your different providers. Running through it, we also have the stats tab, or the settings tab. So this got revamped in the latest 087. So this is live now. It shows you the current pricing that you already have. It shows you the recommended from us. So you have the ability to set your own prices if you want to, but I'd imagine most of you will probably keep rolling with the auto pricing, because that's part of the reason why we all got Xaminers, right? You don't have to worry about that stuff. Lastly, we head over to the support tab, and over here, layout is similar, but there's an awesome new chat window. So although I love seeing you guys in the Discord, and I've helped lots of you, now you'll be able to do that directly through the chat menu or through the support menu in the Xaminer. You'll be able to talk to an agent if one's available and get support directly there, which is really awesome. Helps close the loop. I think that's definitely a direction that we want to head with that.
You can do a test run on the chat, or anyone awake?
Yeah, we'll see if anyone's awake right now. I did hear that because of our internet at the booth right now, it's shared across a bunch of different booths.
Oh.
There's a chance that it's a little slow, but yeah, here we are.
I like this feature a lot, because a lot of the individuals that might be investing in being a provider and getting one of these beautiful devices might not necessarily be Discord savvy, as we spoke with a few people that don't have Discord, but now they can reach out to you or a couple of the support tech members here and just get directly into their issues. Oh,
here we are. Sorry that took so long, probably a result of just our connection here. Here we go. We can talk to Cam. We can say, good afternoon from NAB.
Tell them it's broken, you don't know how to fix it. Put them to the test. Hey there, my name is Cam. Thanks for reaching out to the Xaminer support team. How can I help you? I'm sure that's how Cam sounds.
Yeah. So thanks, Cam, for that.
Just be like, Cam, it broke. I don't know how to fix.
Yeah. And one thing that I'm also excited to talk about for the new 1.0 UI This will be for new Xaminers, the new setup process, how that's going to work. Probably a lot of you experienced when you set up your Xaminer, that you plug in the ports that you want, you go through the setup process, and then as soon as you finished it, the Xaminer automatically announced itself and was live and started to be tracked. We've got some feedback from you, and probably the best way to do that actually, and this is how we're making it to become, is we'll instead allow you to decide when you want to first announce your host. So you have lots of time to set up your ports, make sure everything's in order, and then when you're ready, you hit host announce, and then you become tracked after that. So things will be smooth from the get-go. We're excited to roll that out as well for new Xaminer owners once 1.0 is implemented.
So is this going to be implemented on, let's say, like my personal miner at home now, or when can we be looking to see these beautiful changes to the device?
So the next Xaminer update we're coming out with is 0.9. So that should be in the next couple weeks. The 1.0 launch. I don't have an exact timeline for that. We're bringing in a lot of new things, like the remote management, that new revised setup process. So I don't want to hurry our dev or rush the dev and make him sweat over there. So I won't provide any specific timelines, but that's something that will come out in the near future. And the setup process specifically is something that if you already have your Xaminer, you're never going to know what that process looks like once that update goes through, because you're already set up. So why would we ask you to go through that again? But new people who are setting up for the first time, they're going to have that experience, hopefully smooth right from the start.
Awesome. Well, I like what we see. If you want to just click through the screens one more time, so we just kind of get, for those that joined up late, so that way they can see what's new. Don't have to go through necessarily everything, but I do like that we have the contract tab as always, so we can see what we've got. I like the timeline stuff here. So really, like, can you break down the timeline numbers, just like what the large green is, or is that like what the yellow is? Is that...
Yeah, so this might not be typical of a lot of contract pages. So you can see the recent ones, there's much longer contracts and fewer of them. This is what we're moving toward. In fact, a lot of you might only have 1 or 2 active contracts, and that's all you need because those contracts are with us. However, earlier, this is an older Xaminer, so it was live last summer and into the fall. It was probably forming contracts with some of the community SPD renters, and those guys form contracts. They form many more contracts. Whereas with our new, with the relayer, it's just one or 2 contracts for everything. So the amount of time will probably be around a month long. I mean, when you form a contract, you get to see how long it is. So there shouldn't be any surprises there.
I believe we could see some of that in the stats pages too, correct? Or if we're looking at current contracts.
You get to choose one of the settings when you're a provider. You get to choose how long you want to set up. For example, max contract duration 9 weeks. So that means if there were a renter looking for a 12-week contract, which is like 3 months, that's a pretty long contract. You wouldn't be considered, but that's okay because for the most part, the contracts are going to be with us, and we form roughly 1-month contracts for the most part. So we'll take you once more through the home console screen. So this is what all of you will be getting before too long. If you have relayers, these will be configurable and you can access them here. Your Xaminers and other providers will be here. And you should have access as well to our beautiful, this is the distributed data center that you're all part of.
This is where we all are at, everyone.
So if you see yourself here, drop a like, say hi in the Discord.
You're a natural at this. I think everyone was asking if you were doing a YouTube channel as well. Look at Flirta down there.
I give all my love and attention to SC Prime and its community. So.
Well, we certainly appreciate you struggling with me to get through and do this again. Thank you very much for going through the information with me again. I know you've been talking to a lot of individuals today, and well, let's just kind of go here. You've been talking to a lot of individuals today and running through this. I know, we went to lunch and I kept asking you stupid questions, and it's just, I'm sure you're just like, dude, shut up. I have 2 of the 5 in Hawaii. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, because we were joking about that earlier. It's just kind of hanging out down there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you take a breather. get some, I'm trying to debug you for the rest of the day, but thank you very much.
Lots of demos out here.
Yeah, I'm going to work on it.
Yeah, cheers.
So, all right, up next, we're going to bring in Coop, or 420 Coop. So we just went over everything with Henry about, the dashboard and the software stuff. Would you mind introducing yourself to everyone on chat and selling me the hardware? Can you do that?
Yeah, of course. All right, so 420 Group, Andy. I help with the Community Blockchain Explorer. I've been around the project since the beginning. Also ran a community pool for a while. We'll probably be bringing that back shortly. Specifically with this hardware, I mean, the best pieces about it are not only we believe in it so much, and one of the biggest startup costs in creating a data center is the actual upfront initial capital X, or the initial CapEx investment you have to do. Most typically are around 25 to 55 million initial build out what you have to do to build a data center. Because we're able to save on that, and we're actually having a cost share on that build out with our end customers that buy these, we're actually able to still provide rebates on them. Again, 38.5%, I think it is, for the 16 terabyte and 48.5% for the 64 terabyte. That's given to you for the first, or given to you over the first 12 months. I believe the first 2 portions of the rebate are paid right away, and the rest are paid out over a 12-month sprint. The reason we do this is we believe that we should be able to ROI your box within a 12-month time frame, being able to onboard our clients. Now, that's again, the portion we're able to do, it's a revenue share that we're able to do with the Xaminers, where our clients that we're using through relayers, we'll be contracting directly depending on if you do KYC, you'll actually be able to, there'll be different levels available that'll be for POC 2 and HIPAA certification, where you'll be able to allow or check off and provide additional information to qualify for receiving additional, more expensive data. These data will be at higher bracket points because they require additional certifications on the endpoints, but it allows access for us to be able to share that revenue in a much larger revenue stream, again, with our hosts and providers. The idea is, again, this is what the licensing is for, is to be able to allow you to be able to
and cut.
Sorry. So licenses, what they are specifically, is that's what's going to allow us to be able to have the compliance required in order to meet the requirements for HIPAA and POC 2 certifications. As it's very strict guidelines on what we have to do, so there'll be more of that being released in the future. But just to let you know, guys, that is what we're working towards, is to be able to attain a lot of medical data, a lot of PHI and HIPAA data, as there's a lot of that around the country. And that'll easily fill our network and saturate it to where that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that our entire network is not only everyone's happy, everyone's making revenue, but it's growing at an exponential rate because we're acquiring customers from all different industries and all different classes and businesses.
That's my favorite thing to do. I just got to chat. It's 3 days. We will be out here again till tomorrow, and then Wednesday, I believe they'll have a little bit left of the event, and then we're going to call it quits there. You mentioned the rebate. Isn't there somewhere on the dashboard that we can see like a rebate schedule or what we got and everything real quick?
So let's manage our Xaminer. Here we can actually see your device came online Wednesday, June 9th. And you've received 2 of 4 rebates. You can see when they were received, how much was received. Excuse me. And at the time they received it, what the price was.
Yep.
So this is why you're seeing $1,300 and then $1,700 at much lower, because the price difference at these 2 price points. So you can exactly see. We can show on the other one that I think is a bit newer, so we can see. Nope, just as old.
Nope, just as old. Yep. So, all right. Well, I want to thank you very much for going through this product with us. This is one of my favorite things to unbox. I'm disappointed there's no packing peanuts, but
There were earlier.
There were earlier. Yeah, of course I missed them. So, other than that, man, I appreciate your time, and
Of course.
So,
Pleasure.
Talk to you in a little bit.
Anytime.
All right. All right, guys. So that's today we were going over all of the Xaminer and the coverage. So tomorrow's going to be exciting because we're going to go over the Exa relayer, which is what the consumers are going to want to purchase to actually get us the data to start putting on our Xaminers. You know, everyone, if you've been running these and hosting these for a while, you could see how much data you have stored. We're going to take a seat. You can see how much data you had stored, and you can see that, you know, the numbers aren't crazy at the moment, but that's because we are waiting for these relayers to be sent out to consumers to start storing the data. So make sure you stay tuned for that tomorrow. And then we are going to be popping back on here in a little bit to do one more stream, and we're going to have a conversation with Ken about Xaminers, and I think you guys will want to stick around for that. So stay tuned. If you guys are in the Discord, I'll let you know before we go live again, and then we will get everything going. So other than that, we'll talk to you guys a little bit.